Coach in the fight, yeah, hey, y'all. Coach in the... I already feel better already. Just pushing the live button. Ain't nobody even came on to say how I represent or nothing. I thank the Lord for this opportunity. We're going to talk about some stuff. I got the comments going so I can see what you guys would want to chat about at now 12:30 in the morning here at the Hillbilly Home. Hope I'm not waking you up. It's nothing important. But if you are up and you want to get in on the live, I know some of you want to get in on the live, but here's your opportunity, and feel free to do so. It'll be one of them good days to lead the show. Be like, hey, let's talk about something else. You know me, I'll follow. But you can probably already tell by my tone. The odd thing about it, though, is I'm starting to be able to see stuff. See stuff. You know, like the causes of stuff. And stuff we take for granted. Stuff we've grown up doing. Stuff we've always done. Is actually interfering with everything we got going on, especially the impact that pagan letters are having on us. And so that's what this is about, pagan letters and the impact they're having on us. See, you got to understand there's three parts to language. I'm part of the language people, if you didn't know. I've taken my DNA. If you don't know what the language people are, Google it. I am one of the language people. But that don't matter. I didn't learn what I know from my DNA. I learned what I know from my Bible. And there are three parts to the language. First, there's the pictograph, because even a baby can see a picture before the baby can make a sound that anybody can recognize. Well, I guess that's the second thing, is the sound. And then you have to, of course, learn what it means. So the pictographs are first. And so when it comes to letters, especially letters that we have on display, they are cursing us. Let me show you what I mean. I'll do last one. I'm going to show you this picture right here. Sorry. I forgot what I was supposed to do. All right, I was supposed to push this button. All right, see this? Because somebody decided to put that there. Well, let's just look at what it is. Let's look close first of all. I heard somebody say whatever. Well, first of all, look at that R. Look how, first of all, that's supposed to be the Ra'asha. It's probably the most important letter up there. Or now that one. That's the first one you want to talk about, and how they've taken the letter Allah, which means God, strength, and turned his horns upside down and are driving it into the ground. This is in my room now. This is in my room, looking at toward my bed where I'm sleeping at. Look what they did to the man's hand with his hands raised up. Now what he's got his legs sprayed out like he's doing jumping jacks. He ain't praying, he doing jumping jacks. The support is supposed to be the celestial clock. That ta is supposed to be the celestial clock. There's another ha. How you got two ha's in there and that one's silent? It don't count no more? Oh, the one that don't count no more is the one you got tilted over to the side like you switching them up. Yeah. Okay. Same with the va. You got two Y's in there. You're gonna call it a Y one time and then you're gonna call it a va the next time. How confusing is that? And then you get down here to the ra, where it's supposed to be a leader's head, and we done turned it backwards and punched his nose in. And you're gonna put this in display on my room. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make this personal, but we're talking about Hebrew here. Oh, sorry. Dang on it. I forgot y'all. Shadow Man we can't have Shadow Man no more. Shadow Man gone. Shadow Man tried to get in the picture. Sorry. I need to go take a spiritual bath. Can't do shadows anymore. I'm sorry about that. It was accidental, I promise you. Shadow Man, he likes getting. He used to do that stuff. That's how he got created on accident, I guess. I thought it was a good idea at one point, but no. So I'm sorry, y'all. But that's what this is really all about, making me sin, making me violate, pushing me over the edge. But you got to understand, you can't do that. You can't push somebody over the edge. I mean, sure, we're making mistakes, but that's what the Messiah is for. Like I said, I'm going to go take a spiritual bath as soon as this video is over. I don't want to let y'all hear the spiritual bath, but that's what the Messiah is for. I'm going to go ahead and produce the video that I made, because that's what this is all about for me anyway. It's a YouTube video. That's all this is. This visit down here to Earth is an experience to have YouTube video fodder. My life is YouTube video fodder. Everything about it, every aspect of the word, every aspect, every element, every class, everything that I've ever been through has been for some YouTube video, past, present, or future. That's all it's about. My life is a YouTube video. Really though, for real though. I mean, everything but the dang paparazzi standing around videotaping everything I do. So all it does is just give me opportunity to actually learn something for me. I can actually have the paparazzi actually looking at everything I do. I have to have a minute to learn something, then come in and actually, yeah. But don't worry about me personally, y'all. I am in the fight stronger than ever and getting tougher than ever. That's what's scary, and that's the thing about it. Developing into the person that I always should have been. I should have been this way all my life. Maybe I wouldn't have these problems today. But I've been a boy, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So that's what it really boils down to: is manhood. Doing what you say you're gonna do. Not lying. I'm waiting for some comments. See if somebody change the subject. But right now we're talking about Hebrew letters and the power that they have on us. See, by putting stuff like that in your room, on your wall, you have decided to reject our Father altogether. Because remember, what we say, the pictures come first. The pictures come first. And so by reversing, damaging, changing what we see, we're actually intentionally cursing people, like witchcraft. And that's sad because that anyway. Let me show you what I think the man's head is supposed to look like. What I think it's supposed to look like. Something like not. Like, well, I knew that was gonna be creepy looking. And the reason why is if you're trying to make a stencil, you can't have his hair to fall out. And so you have to somehow have the eye part where it doesn't actually connect to the thing if you're trying to do a stencil. People laugh. They like, a whole lot of people like laugh. Like half the people laugh. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Guys. Fine. That's fine. I believe. You ain't gotta listen to me. There's gonna come a time when you're not supposed to even listen to a person like me. Has that time already started? I don't think so. But I hope not. The time that I'm talking about when you won't listen to a person like me is when the Bible says you won't have to have a preacher to tell you that you need to love the Lord anymore. See, you gotta understand that's what my only real job in all of this is to tell you that you should love the Lord. You could love the Lord. You would love the Lord if somebody helped you on it, with the feast days and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's my job, and that's all I've been doing. But I'm getting ready for my retirement party. I'm looking forward to my retirement party today when you'll be telling me. You'll be telling me, or at least trying to. Some of you already are, but I ain't worried about you. Just like the Messiah said, y'all good. I'm worried about the ones that still yet don't keep the feast days, the ones that don't know nothing about it. And so, them people ain't watching my lives yet. They usually don't. They're waiting for the Passover video. Matter of fact, more importantly, they're waiting for the Tabernacles video 2026 because the feast days will be off by a month. So I'm just biding my time. But anyway, I'm doing good. Personally, I'm having a hard time managing chaos because I don't have a chaos manager. I wasn't born with a chaos manager either. Chaos is not a part of my nature. Like I was trying to tell my sons last night, my first job was at the Department of Intelligence. My last job was nuclear power. And I ain't took no crap and ain't gave nobody no crap. No, I took all the orders and everything I was supposed to do everywhere in between. So I ain't used to chaos. Never been on a submarine. I ain't used to chaos. So I'm having a hard time managing chaos right now, but that's all right. A commander also has to manage chaos. And so I'm basically being conditioned to be a commander of some type. Because one thing that I've learned here in the last 24 hours, you have to think about things for years before you actually learn it. So unless somebody teaches it to you. But when it comes to managing chaos, like managing water, you can't actually stop the flow of the water. Like if you all of a sudden you was given a stream or a river to manage, and you're like, hey, it's too much. I'm I'm gonna just stop the water. You can't do that. But you can build a dam and use that water to create energy. And that's what we call managing chaos. And so you could imagine being in a life where you're not used to chaos. You don't stand for chaos. No chaos around whatsoever. Chaos gets beat up where I come from. You let somebody chaotic come in the office or in the barracks or in containment or even in the classroom for that matter. Better not come in the laboratory with some chaos. No. Even the women where I'm from are not chaotic. They are stoic. Even the women where I'm from are stoic. There's no room for chaos. And nothing that I've ever done. I've never been a lifeguard. Nor have I ever been on a boat except Disneyland. And so, chaos. But what's beautiful about it is that I'm learning to manage chaos through our Father's language, which is a chaos manager. It's an everything manager. And so, like I said, me on a personal level, I'm getting stronger than ever. I'm surprising myself. Praise the Lord, Father in heaven, Yahweh, like, And I'm sorry I don't get to do a lot of videos. I think it's a season, kind of like a little, I feel like I'm being tested season, proven season. But I did have to come and push the live button. That lets you know that everything ain't going perfect. But I praise the Lord for this opportunity. Do we got our same 6 on there? We got 4 of them. It's early in the morning. Only one I'm liking, though. That's all right, though. You can go back to bed. Just like I can. But as you guys know, I have to use this opportunity or this platform for my own thing. The YouTube has always been my own thing. This is an aside note for you guys that are new or forgot. I'm making all of these YouTube videos for my children. One day they're gonna realize that I knew what I was talking about, and maybe after I'm dead, they'll be able to go to the videos and actually look and see what I wanted them to know. Well, the lives are for me. They my therapy. You guys are my therapist. Kind of, that's why I don't pay you guys well, because y'all ain't very good at it. If you know what I mean. But it's free. Hey, I can't complain about free, and I ain't complaining. I'm just explaining. I ain't complaining. I'm explaining. I love you guys. I need you guys. Have to have you guys. As far as I'm concerned, yeah. Hate to think that I actually need you guys, because one day I think you guys are going away, and one day definitely I'm going away. So, wow, I think I actually need you guys. But I do. I have to have an avenue for this. I can't just sit here and not express what the Lord has put on my heart. Like, I can't put a bushel over my candle, maybe, I can't try to make my light any dimmer. At least I'm not supposed to try to make my light any dimmer. In fact, I was told that I was supposed to let my light shine. And so I have to let it shine, and not just let it shine, because There's too many people trying to cover it up with blankets, trying to put it out, trying to put dirt on it, trying to spray paint and tint and change it a different color. So you have to make it shine. You have to you have to push through the trees so it can shine. You have to move stuff out of the way so it can shine, because so many people are trying to cover it up. Just so other people don't know the path, know the way. They're trying to cover the path up. That's what's sad. And it's more than sad. It makes you angry. It makes me angry that they're trying to cover the path up. Like they don't want people to know the path. And I'm talking about people who I have personally shown the path, have understood the path, even walked on the path, but I've now decided that they're going back the other way, going back to the leavened doctrine. And are leading others to do the same. And like I keep saying, I'm gonna say it for the third time. Me personally, I'm doing where I should be. I'm absolutely where I should be, perfectly. I'm right there. I'm right there where I'm supposed to be as far as the Father's will is concerned. Good, bad, and indifferent. I ain't better than nobody. I ain't worse than nobody. I ain't off track is what I'm trying to say. I'm on the track. I'm still on the rails. I'm still in the road. My problem is there's others who are outside of the road. Like I got a hitch on the back of my truck, and it's a little heavy and it's wobbly as I don't know what. And I've been trying to make adjustments. I've been putting water tanks back there, trying to adjust the thing, and I'm just trying to get home. I don't want to unhitch. All I just need to do is just get home. But this trailer is wobbly. We on the interstate. Dinner's waiting. The truck is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with the truck yet. The starter may get ready to go out in the future, but right now the truck is strong and fine. It's the trailer on the back that's attached to the back that got bad wheels on it. They need to be balanced. They out of balance. They may pop tires anyway. That's about to pop tires. They getting ready to pop. They ain't may pop. They finna pop tires. The trailer itself ain't loaded correctly. It's too much weight in the back, and it wasn't engineeredly loaded correctly, and all of that. So whoops. And you're on the interstate trying to do 70 miles per hour. I am. It's wobbly. But me, fine. I'm in the truck. I'm in the air conditioner. Let's turn on the radio if I felt like it. But it's going on back there, back behind me. It's chaotic. Like the bus driver. You know what I mean? The bus driver cool as a glass of water. What do you say? Oh, ice cold. But what's going on in the back of the bus? Like I said, I'm just trying to get home with the load. Yeah, I can kick somebody off the bus. I can do that. I could have been and did that. I know what happens if I do though. I gotta face the parents. What I'm gonna do? Show up without your kids? But me personally, I'm fine. I'm sipping on my whatever. I'm sipping on my hot liquids, trying to bump down this road as I'm trying to get this thing home. But the back of the bus is chaotic. They fighting. They throwing stuff. Some almost came up here and hit me, and I promise you, if they hit me, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna pull over. I promise you, I'm gonna pull over. They ain't put no security team on this bus. I ain't got no chaperones on this bus. It's just me and all these damn children. And I did say children in the faith. And they misbehaving like hell. And the mamas, the otherwise supposed to be chaperones, they cutting up too. They wilding out too. Back there with the kids and stuff. Sitting back there with the kids in the pile. You can't even tell who the mama and who the child. You can't tell who the mama and who the child. She trying to look old. They trying to look young. Is that your dog? Is that your sister? No, that's my mama. Intentional. Like I said, ain't no wrong with me. I'm just trying to get home. I'm just trying to get this boat, trying to get this boat home. Damn cruise ship that I done built. I done built the cruise ship hillbilly homestead. Everybody on here wilding out, not realizing we got to get back to port, y'all. The party about over. The party is over. We just got to get back to port. If we get stuck out here, we stuck. We stuck. I ain't trying to leave none of y'all. I ain't trying to be stuck out here by myself either. Come on now. I would. But I realized I done built this nice little thing going on, and y'all like it, and no, it's nice, ain't it? It is, ain't it? It took me a whole long time and a whole lot of sweat, tears, and everything to build this place, to build this bayata. Yeah, I know it's nice. Praise the Lord, Father in heaven for it. Yahweh, yeah. But the show's about to end, y'all. I'm sorry you just now showed up late and you trying to party and all of that, but the show is come on now. We got stuff to do. Stuff to do. There's other people coming. You're not the only one. There's other people coming and they're gonna need some facilities. They ain't a whole wilderness man like we are. There's gonna be women coming too and children. So we got stuff to do. And so that's what's going on with me, y'all, managing chaos. This Hillbilly Homestead, I invited y'all to come to the Hillbilly Homestead, and yeah, y'all showing up. That's great, fine, everything, But is y'all showing, y'all a little bit chaotic. Y'all chaotic, y'all. Y'all chaotic. Y'all bringing all y'all chaos with you. Let me tell you, ain't none of y'all showed up with no women and wives yet. I'm already trying to manage the chaos here by myself with all of these boys. Men, young men, I should call them. And y'all coming from YouTube, and you ain't bringing no women folk with you. You bringing dogs. No. But you ain't bringing no women folk. And so I'm having to manage your chaos too. Think about it. You supposed to have a wife, but now you coming in here and now I have to be your wife because you didn't bring a wife with you. If you're a child, think of it the same way. You coming in here, unless you're your own wife. But no, if you're not self-sufficient like that, and you gotta have, all of this, yeah, somebody cooking for you, making sure you got clean clothes and all them other kind of, things that mamas do. All them things that mamas do. If you showing up here as a 15-year-old child and you don't have your mama in tow with you, I'll become your mama. And that's what I'm saying. You guys are showing up and you ain't got no mamas with you. You ain't got no women folk with you. So I'm having to be, and that's what I'm going through, y'all. It's chaotic as I don't know what. Y'all are chaotic. I'm used to managing my own chaos here in this house by myself, making my videos by myself. I've been doing that for a few years now. Ain't nobody in here helping me with these videos. They may be helping me with the wood and washing dishes and cooking meals and all of that other stuff. But even these days, I've been having to manage some of that stuff too. But it's been on a personal level, And now I'm having to manage the chaos of others. That's weird to me. Like I said, I don't come from chaos. I ain't never had to deal with chaos. You know, I had a mama in my house until I was 14 years old, and then I went to live with daddy. Chaos stopped. I ain't seen chaos since. Chaos, you know, me and chaos ain't got along since 14. That was over 40 years ago. So all of a sudden I'm being reintroduced to chaos. Having to manage somebody other than myself. Or maybe a baby or somebody that I happen to be babysitting or something like that. I kind of like managing babies, you know. Okay, that kind of chaos is fun. Go back to some of my old videos, you know, from a few years ago. You know, you could hear babies in the background. But I don't like grown man chaos. 25, 24-year-old, 15-year-old, 50 bark all you want. Better get off my porch. Chaos. Chaos. I understand it's the time in the season that we're in. Everybody got to get theirs. Everybody got to get theirs. For me personally, man, I'm becoming some type of commando, I guess. I don't know. Managing chaos. I'm managing it all right. Like I said, I'm going to turn it into an energy source. I ain't playing with no chaos. I'm gonna get some work out. I'm gonna get some energy out of it. I'm gonna get something productive out of it. That's the thing for you guys who are in this same situation. I know I ain't alone. For you guys who are having to manage chaos on your own, productivity. Use it like they do them waves out there, and they putting them electric generators on the waves, where they just taking advantage of the waves and letting it produce power. Yeah, chaos. Take advantage of it. Don't stop it. Directing it is one thing, but even still, yeah, you can't. Imagine you trying to redirect a river, you're not. You may, get a little nipple on it or something like that, but even then, you leave it alone and it's going to return back to normal. So you can't redirect it either. You can only really manage it. Take advantage of it. Ride it like a horse. Like I put a kayak on it and go downstream with it. Managing chaos. And that's what I'm doing. So, but I know this time is limited. This time of managing chaos is only supposed to last for this season. As people, like I said, get theirs. I got to get mine too. Got to realize my errors, my mistakes, what I'm doing wrong. So that when I get another opportunity to do right, I can do right on purpose, do right purposefully. Knowing what right is and knowing the consequences of wrong, I had to get mine. Like I said, everybody got to get theirs. Everybody. And so no worries. We're just a little bit early. We do have a commenter down there. I'm taking my time with it, milking it. We do have a commenter. Praise the Lord, Father in heaven. One of y'all thinking about me. Being proactive in this thing. Y'all got to realize I done gone to bat for y'all. Some of y'all owe me your life. Think about it. I don't want to pat myself. I don't want to break my arm, pat myself on the back. But you know what? These may be my last days for real. I'm not supposed to last for forever. I don't get to have my cake and eat it too. I've been doing this thing for 30 years. Moses was only doing it for 40. If I remember correctly, so we don't get to do this forever, and so I may have to transition out of here before you guys are expected, before I'm expected. So, This could be the last thing. I want y'all to know that, I really appreciate YouTube. Before YouTube, I was out here struggling, looking for somewhere that would let me talk to y'all about the Lord. Not everybody wants to be talked to about the Lord. So I know, surprisingly, a lot of people don't want to hear it. And they close the door on you, and I want to thank YouTube for not closing. Let's see what the comment says. I ain't got no glasses right now. Can I see? Can I see? I got a magnifying glass. Hold on. Hola. How are you? Hola. Hola. How are you? That's Angel of the Most High. I need an Angel of the Most High right now. Glad to hear from you, Angel of the Most High. How am I? Hola. How am I? I'm in one of those valleys where you get down there and you have to find your joy and all of that. And so, like I said, as soon as I popped the video on, I pretty much found it, And then, but there is some stuff I have to get off my chest. There is some little bit of edification to be going on in this video, which helps me feel better too. So, but how am I? I don't want to say perfect but the thing is, imperfect in the eyes of the Lord is what I'm trying to say in a right way. Of course, in my own eyes, it's chaos. But in his eyes, what does it say? Read to show yourself approved. We have to read the Bible and what it says. And so that when things get chaotic and otherwise troublesome, we can know that we are on track. And I tell you that I am perfectly on track. I'm in the groove. I can't get out of the groove. I'm in the groove, like stuck in the groove. I'm on the track. Just like the Bible says, if you want to pop on the third, you dare me to pop on the Third Testament right now and let it tell you a verse and how it would explain the situation that I'm in and how he foresaw and foretold me that I was going to be perfectly doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and even told me why. I know why I'm going through this. Come on, guys. How am I doing? I'm the coach with the playbook. I got the playbook. I'm the coach with the playbook. And not only do I have the playbook, but I know the outcome of this. I know the outcome. I just don't know the score. I don't know if we win by 1 or 100, but I know the outcome. I don't know how many casualties we're going to take. I don't know that kind of stuff, but I know we're going to win. I know the outcome. I know I used to play for the other team. Now I'm coaching this team. I know they book too. I know their plays. I know their schedule. I know their meeting. I know what they're talking about behind closed doors. I'm the coach that has both teams' playbook and the future. And I've got the I already know I'm a win. I'm the coach on the field with the other team's playbook, and I done paid off I don't know who. Somebody done paid off somebody that I already know I'm a win. It doesn't matter a dime. Like I said, it doesn't matter what the score going to be. And I don't know if I'm supposed to run the score up or if I'm supposed to win by 3 or what. I don't know. And like I said, all I'm really trying to do is get the team to the game. See, let them, play their game. Everybody got to get their numbers and get them back home safe. And then once we get back home safe, then I get to take my shoes off. But right now, chaos. I am in a world of freaking chaos. Chaos. I'm mama. I'm wife. I'm sister. Daughter. Chaos. I'm all things. I'm at least as far as the household is concerned. I mean, not nothing freaky or nothing like that. But I mean, I got an apron on. I got a nurse's outfit on. I got a candy striper outfit on. I'm the receptionist. I'm the secretary. I'm the maitre d'. I'm the usher. I want to be I want to be security, but I'm the usher. I can't be security because I gotta be the usher. Somebody gotta be the usher. Who gonna be well? Where the ushers at? The ushers over there on TikTok. They're making TikTok videos and doing other, otherwise, taking advantage of the worldly situations. They out there chat GPT and they out there, you know, being worldly. Just riding like it's 1999, just partying. And so who gonna manage the fur? Who gonna take care of the babies? I went to a place the other day, y'all. Lord have mercy. I went to a place where they have an adult entertainment room. She kept saying, what would they call it? What was the word she said? Romance. Because they're in a business transition. The husband and wife business, local business. Husband and wife are in a financial transition. It used to be my CBD store, but since they can't sell CBD no more, they tried to transition. The wife wants to go into romance. The husband wants to go into lawn equipment. He wants to sell weed eaters and weed whackers and lawn equipment and stuff like that. She wants to go into romance, and I'm sitting here listening to these couples as I'm trying to find me some discount products, some sheets for the bed, a lock for the door. They sell them wholesale crate things now, but that ain't making them no money. Yeah, I'm hearing this whole story. I mean, they're getting me some fancy little cords for my telephone, my phone, and all of that. And I'm hearing the story how romance, she keeps saying romance until finally he says and explains what romance really is. It's one of them boom boom rooms, I call it. And so he hates the idea. He even expresses that he hates the idea of going into the romance side of it. But she's convinced she used to do it. He used to make money for him. And so she's convinced that that's the way the whole business need to go. The whole operation, they need to get rid of all of these, knickknacks, not knickknacks, but, them crates, them wholesale crates where they buy the crates and they have different stuff in it. And they sell it at discount prices. They wants to get rid of all of that stuff. That's where I got my mother-in-law's air conditioner from. I bought a refrigerator for $5 because it fell off a truck, all kind of stuff. But anyway, so they want to get out of that kind of stuff, the old crate stuff, and get into, he wants to sell lawnmowers and weed eaters in the store. She wants to turn it into a romance store and sell boom boom stuff. And so, like I said, he hated the idea, so he's been in there being a little funny. He's like, "You going in the boom boom room?" I was like, "Yeah, no, maybe next time." He said, "You gonna go in there?" I said, "Well, baby, I might bring my wife in there." And then, yeah, all right. And so then I goes back in the store again. It's one of them stores that I shops at because I buy padlock. They got. I went back in to get some locks for the door and some more cords. I'm back getting me a bunch of cords. But I actually had my wife with me. No, not this time. This is the second time. The third time I had my wife with me. The second time I didn't have my wife with me. And he said, he said, "Did you bring your wife with you?" Out of the blue. I said, "No, not this time." Brought my little whatever and left. But then the third time I went in there, I did have my wife with me. And let me tell you what we experienced. I let the Lord drive in this case because, I'm a person who do what they say they're going to do. Even, you can't run your mouth and say something like, yeah, I'm going to bring my wife back to the boom boom room because, if you're a person like me who do what you say you're going to do, guess what you finna do? You're going to have your wife at the boom boom room. So, yeah, I brought her back. So she's in there. She's shopping for, not in the boom boom room yet. The boom boom room yet is still a small little section inside this other big store that sells wholesale lots. You might not know what a wholesale lot is, but it's like the stuff you return to Walmart. What is the stuff when you return something to Walmart? Where does it go? Does it go back to the Walmart shelf? No, you done took that thing home and put it in your house, and no, Walmart's nasty. Walmart puts it on a crate and sells it wholesale to somebody who gets it and then sells it, resells it, and all that, and resells it and all that. So one of them stores. But they got this little closet in there that they call, well, I call it the boom boom room. They call it the romance room. I call it the boom boom room. So we're walking around the store. We're looking at some pocketbooks that they had, some door locks. I keep tab. I done looked at these door locks. I can't. They were expensive. I had to go in the store like 4 times to look to make sure I wanted to buy them before I bought them. So anyway, this time I'm showing them to my wife. I'm showing it to her like, do I want these kind of door locks on my house? I'm like, we could have the same key, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, while we've been in there for a few minutes, these other 2 young ladies come in the door. Not too young, well, 2 women and about 3 young kids. 2 women, about in their 30s or younger, 30 or younger, and their 2 kids, 3 or 4 or 5 or younger. And so they come in the room, and then the woman there, the store owner, she's, hey, how y'all doing? Now come on in. What y'all? And then the man, the store owner, the man, what y'all doing here today? Why do y'all come to visit us? What brings y'all here today to visit us today? And he's proud because he's like, oh, these are my children, these are my grandchildren, and like I said, they talk a lot in that store. So he's introducing me. But the mom, the woman who owns the store, understands and realizes that these are her daughters and they come to the boom boom room. They're coming to the boom boom room. And so she says, oh, and tells them, y'all can go in, the door locks from the inside, blah, blah, blah. And so they 2 ladies go into the boom boom room while we are still out in the main store. My wife, the store owners, both the male and the woman, and the grandchildren are out here in the main store still looking at. It's got all. I bought an ice machine from these people. I mean, they got all kinds of stuff, grills, just whatever. You never know what's going to be in there. So we just out there perusing. The people in the boom, there's 2 people in the boom boom room. There's only 2 people in the boom boom room. You know there's only 2 people in the boom boom room because the boom boom room doesn't have any insulated walls and you can hear them. Even at a whisper tone, you can hear everything they're saying, even at a normal tone. But they're giggling and laughing in the boom boom room. My wife don't yet know what's going on at all. She don't even know it is a boom boom room at all. She don't know what's going on. She just thinks she's there, in which she was. She was there to see the door locks that I was thinking about buying. But then you got the guy there, the same guy. And I'm like, hey, I brought my wife to the boom boom room. Like I said I was going to do. He didn't hear me the first time. Or he didn't take me serious or whatever. I was surprised he didn't ask me again. I thought he was going to ask me again. Did you bring your wife to the boom boom room? Like, yeah, I did. Like, I said it was. I'm a man. I do what I said I'm going to do. But he didn't say nothing. He was sitting there. And so we're out there. My wife, me, the grandchildren, the 2 store owners, the man and her husband and wife store owners. The two daughters are in the boom boom room giggling. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, that looks so nice. That's so pretty. Ooh, that's so pretty. That's gorgeous. And then, for some reason, they need help. And they calls for the woman to come back there to assist. And so she has to leave and go back there to assist. So now you have the mom and the two daughters. And she's being polite. She's like, "Oh, those are my two daughters. They used to work with me when we used to sell these products. And now it's so nice when they come back and reunite and we all meet up in the boom boom room." And so they was reuniting in the boom boom room. And now in the main store, there's me, my wife, the male store owner, granddaddy, and the grandchildren, who is now having to manage the store. So now, me and my wife and they shopping. I'm asking questions about the products that he's selling. Not in the boom boom room, but out here. And so, but he's trying to manage the grandchildren. He's got the grandbabies, the little grandchildren there, and he's trying to maintain them and babysit them while his wife and daughters are in the boom boom room, giggling. And so he, at this point, he starts complaining, "I'm gonna need you to either come out here, and they holler back, "Do you need some help?" He's like, "Yes, I'm gonna need you to either come and run the cash register or get the children. One of the two." So she comes back, and then that's when I say, "Hey, I brought my wife to see the boom boom room too." Like, "Oh, let's go in. Come on, they're in there. Let's go in." I thought she was gonna kick her daughters out. I didn't know what the boom boom room was at that point. I didn't know what to expect. But at this point, it's a lesson. At this point, it done turned into a lesson because now we are watching this whole show of these women who are now taking advantage of this romance room while this man is out there having to manage the store and the grandchildren while they in the boom boom room giggling. And so she's back, and I'd say, "Oh, you want to see? You want to see?" And so she shuffles us into the boom boom room. And me and my wife, we done been in a boom boom room before, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. And so now we are barely in this boom boom room, but it's a lesson. And so there we are. My wife's in here. She done shuffled us in here. So you got the store owner, her two daughters, like I said, they're in their 30s. They're looking at all these lingerie, weird, how the boom boom room, they're lingerie products, you know what I mean. And my wife's there, and she's looking at, I'm looking at her. And of course, she embarrassingly lasts about 30 seconds, and she's like, "I don't know why I'm here. I want to go." And then we goes back out there. And then I'm like, "I want you to see. I just wanted you to see that, what this world has turned into, where the woman has otherwise found other romance and is leaving the man to manage the chaos." True story. Yeah, that's why I locked my door. But you, Wacko? You trying to get in? No, I locked my door. I don't usually lock my doors. I don't usually have a reason to lock my doors. Let's see if I can squirk out another one of these comments. Angel of the Most High says, "I'll be there for a little while longer." After y'all go to bed. I'm just taking care of myself. This is really personal. See, like for you guys who are new and don't understand, see, the pole shift is scheduled. It's a time to come. I have an idea of when it is. I've actually had an idea of when it is since 2018. That's why I ain't worried. That's why you don't see me doing a whole lot of videos talking about when it is and all of that, because I actually think I know when it is, and I think I know what's going to happen. Thing about it, I say all that to say I can't rush the thing just because I'm an early bird or whatever. So what happens to people like me while we wait? See, some of you guys, you still on the grind. You're still gathering your oil. You know, if it wasn't for the prohibitions, I would sell oil at this point. I just try to give it away. Some of you trying to find the oil, and I'm trying to give it away. I'm trying to at least show you where the fountain is at. Show you where the fountain is at, so you can go get your own oil. And so what is a person? We have to go through extra trials. Extra trials. And so that's what I'm going through, extra trials. So how am I doing personally? I'm doing good, but it's, extra trials. Extra trials. Like, we all signed up for the military, but we all didn't sign up for special forces. We all didn't sign up for Delta Force. We all didn't sign up to be a Pathfinder. We all didn't sign up even to be airborne. And so everybody don't have to, don't. Anyway, we got, is that Laura Cheney? I think so. Laura Cheney says, Hallelujah. Blessings, brother. Appreciate you, Laura Cheney. And I appreciate all you guys who's coming out in support of these little sessions. They are necessary for me because I feel like I'm in a bit of a trap with, a lot of times I'm in a place where I can't vent. How do you say it? I don't know. I'm trying to give an analogy or an example of what I'm talking about. Like a singer that doesn't have a stage. And it's not about the stage, it's about the singing. She has the song on her heart, and who's she gonna sing it to? Herself in the mirror? Well, that only works so long. And then, when the Father's putting it on her heart, she's gonna have to get out there and actually sing the song. And so, YouTube has, been a way to actually get out there and actually express all of this and record it. We can go back and look at videos from years ago, even these live sessions. My wife, I was trying to show my wife how she could help me manage some of the chaos as far as the channel is concerned. And we were riding along in town. She was driving, and I whipped out my phone and said, well, let me show you how easy it would be to help out with the channel. And I went to one of the live streams. I actually just picked one at random, went in to the channel where it talked about the lives, and intentionally scrolled down through looking for one at random. And I just picked one almost random. I picked one that was a little bit of a shorter length. It was only about 36 minutes opposed to one that was an hour and 36 minutes. And that's the only reason why I chose that one over any other one. Just because it was a little bit shorter. And I said, I'm going to choose this and just show you how it could work, or how it does work. And so I clicked the video, opened up the live, and then I clicked the little artificial intelligence button and said, summarize this video. And what do you know? It happened to be the video that we had done on how they changed the ancient pictographs, Hebrew, to Paleo Hebrew. You remember that video or that live stream where we looked at each letter? Well, I was, as a demonstration how fast, easy, simple it was able to capture that summary and then put it in as the pinned comment, and we was able to try to change the title and all different stuff like that, managing the channel. But anyway, that's a tool, is what I'm trying to say. And I appreciate YouTube and everybody else, you know, for that tool. I appreciate that tool, and because even after I'm gone, you guys will still have that ability. But anyway, Lord Channing says, been enduring trial myself as of late. Please pray for me. I'm praying for all of us scattered ones. Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't give y'all a warning that I was going to pray. But I don't like forgetting. You say you're going to do it later and then you don't remember. So I had to knock that little bit out. Anyway, y'all pray for Lord Channing as well, too. It's a blessing to be going through a trial now. You don't want to be a person who's not going through anything now. You don't want to be somebody who's causing trials, but you don't want to be a person who's not going through a trial at all right now. And the thing about it, the trials are really trials. They're really tough. Yeah, they biblical. Yeah, these are the Father's chosen, given the opportunity to learn what they need to know so that maybe one day they can help lead others to Mount Zion. Yeah, but talk about trials to a soldier who's just graduated from basic training, or is in basic training, and ask him, is it easy? Of course, he knows why he's there. He knows or understands that he signed up for all of that. He knows that it's only going to last for a period of time, but so what? Ask him, is he having a good day? Ask him, is he having fun? Ask him, does he like it? No, he don't. It's hard. It's tough. It's necessary. But I appreciate the care packages, y'all. You don't have to. But the fact that you're doing that gives me hope. The fact that you're looking out for me gives me hope. So I appreciate the care packages, y'all. Every kind of care package. Every kind of love that you said. Whether it be a quilt, whether it be $1, whether it be a knife, whether it be whatever, I don't care. You can blow kisses and then put the little heart things up on the screen. I see them too. All expressions of love, guys. I appreciate it because that's all I got. You are all I got. When you think about it, my whole life, like I said in this, I said it in this video, my whole life is for a YouTube video. That's what it's for, nothing else. That's the most important thing in my life, a YouTube video. Maybe past. Maybe I did it already. Maybe I'm making it right now. I don't think this is actually it. But maybe, it might be tomorrow. But everything about my life has been to be included in the words of a YouTube video that you guys have watched or will watch. That's going to be my whole purpose of being on this rock in the first place. It was the only reason why I was here, to make a video. What it's going to be about is going to be about the clock. Was it about the Hebrew letters? Is it about rising at dawn? Is it about star alignments? Is it about crossing over the River Jordan in 2024? Was it about dodging the spirits that came down on the planet in 2023? Was it somehow fighting them off now in 2026? Something I got to teach you guys. What is it? I don't know. In 2019, I realized that that was what I had to do. In 2019, I learned in the Third Testament that once I finished my love mission, I can go back to my home. And I've been working myself to death ever since because I want to go home. And so that's why you got 2,000 videos up there to choose from. That's why you got over 2,000 videos on just about every subject you can name. And I'm still producing them. Tell me what you want to hear about. I'll make a video for you tonight or this morning. I ain't lost nothing. Praise the Lord, Father in heaven. I ain't lost nothing. I can still pop out a video right now. I'm doing it right now. It's just a live stream. Man, you got something I ain't taught? You got some subject you want to learn about the scripture real quick? Spit it. I will too. As long as the Father give me the answer to it, I ain't gonna tell you, he ain't took nothing away. Ain't nothing changed in me. I'm just getting better, stronger, faster, harder, tougher. Sorry to say a little bit meaner, but you know, chaos. Chaos comes with mean. Chaos. You gotta be a little bit, yeah. Chaos don't play. Water don't play. Water will drown you. Can't be nice all the time. Anyway, so y'all pray for my family though more than me. I ain't gonna say I don't need your prayer. Yeah, absolutely I need your prayer, but I don't need your prayer the most. There's more people here that need your prayer more than me. I'm the least of your worries. You just need me to stay on the path. That's all you need me to do. Is not curse God and die as a reference to Job. That's all you need me to do. That's the only thing you actually worried about. So that I'll just say forget it one day. And don't turn back. And you'll never hear from me again. But that's okay. You still got the 2,000 videos and most of y'all won't even miss them. Most of y'all won't even miss me. You'll still be watching the YouTube videos. And that's the way it's supposed to work. Like I say, I'm looking forward to that retirement party. Just to walk off quietly into the sunset. Or moon ride, whatever. I don't know. Retirement. Home. That's what I want to go. Home. Back where people love each other. Back where people care for each other. Genuinely. Unconditionally. I may not like you, but I still love you. Love don't change. My light may change from morning to dawn, from morning to night. I may wake up praising your name and go to sleep fussing you out, but I still love you. That don't change. No way. And I want to go back to people like that. I'm tired of this fake love. People using love like a weapon. Like holding love ransom. That's how I know I don't belong here. How you gonna hold love ransom? Love ransom? God is love. You gonna hold God ransom too? Yes. The answer is yes. hold God ransom. Make people pay money. You ain't got enough to get in here, you can't come. You ain't got enough to buy my book, you can't read. And even then, I'm going to give you enough to keep you coming back like a doctor. I'm going to give you a little bit of a pill just to make you have to come back and keep getting this pill, yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. That's my water pump. I live off grid, old school. And that's part of the problem is that, yeah, I got an electrical engineering degree. Yeah, I got a master's of science degree. Yeah, I got a resume that's longer than probably half the books some of y'all done read. But now I'm trying to live off grid, like primitive lifestyle. Like I don't have water from municipality coming into my house. I don't have natural gas from the city coming into my house. I don't have garbage pickup that stops by my house. I don't have cable television that I pay for each month. I don't have even a telephone bill or anything like that that I pay for each month. I don't have and so people look at me as if I fell off, as if I was one time balling out of control and now I'm a wob and sorry. And they treat me as if I used to live in a palace or a mansion and now I live in a shack because I've chosen to read this Bible and do what it says and take on these farming practices. So, all you sophisticated people, all your fancy cars, and not fancy cars, I'm gonna say clean cars, with your leather seats ain't ripped up, you don't have dents in your cars, all your tires match, you know, you got a refrigerator in your house, you got hot water whenever you want it, you ain't gotta heat it up or pump it or nothing, you can just go turn on the faucet. See, you even when you come to a place like this and look at me, you like, dang, abject poverty, as if this is the way I think things are supposed to be. And actually, no, guys, I'm actually using the talents and ability that our father given me, like I said, at engineering school, Auburn University, War Eagle, to actually build a off-grid lifestyle. See, when I was at Auburn University, I was part of the solar car team. We built a solar car racing. I helped build the solar racing car, the car that they used to race across America. Yeah, I was on that team. Was supposed to be in the solar house team too, but we was a little bit competing against each other. The whole solar house team and the solar car team didn't get along for some reason. But yeah, I've always been on this path. I've always been on this path. I learned how to build. I learned how to build houses in prison. I went to prison and learned how to build houses. What did you do when you was in jail? I learned how to build houses. Building one right now, or at least instructing some others to build it. I teach people to build houses now. But that's part of the chaos that's going on around here is managing building houses. But there ain't much chaos in building a house. Build a house out of chaos, and it's gonna fall on your head. It's gonna rain on your head. Something gonna happen to your head. build it right. So we are on the pop, and I'm a victim of my own success. Really, like I said, you guys are showing up for. I've been asking you guys to come for 10 years. I've been telling you about this place. I got another place up there in West Virginia. That place is if you don't like following instructions, if you want to be your own man, if you want to build like I built and be able to bang on walls and say, I did that and ain't nobody helped me and all that kind of stuff, and I built it on my own, then, I got other land up in West Virginia that you could pioneer. But if you more of the helper type, you want to get in where you fit in, or if you ain't got that wilderness spirit, then you can come here. And I've been telling y'all for the 10 years about that, and y'all finally starting to show up. And now, boy, I wasn't ready. Yeah, no, what? I didn't know y'all was going to come and be sitting in my living room, y'all in my office and in my studio. I didn't know you was going to do that. I'm just saying, chaos. So imagine where you work at, right? And then imagine you say, hey, coach, you want to come? And I'm like, no, imagine me call you and say, hey, can I come work with you? And you're like, yeah, you come work with me. And then when I get down there, I'm going to sit in your office with you, in your office with you, in your truck with you, in your cubicle with you, not in the one next door, in your cubicle with you, in your pulpit, in your church. I mean, see, what kind of stuff y'all do? You the police out, you the sheriff. I'm gonna be in your car with you all day. When you're in your car, I'm in your car. When you're in your car, I'm in your car. Even when you're not in your car, I'm gonna be in your car. When you gonna be trying to do other stuff, and I'm gonna be in your car. You gonna try to be in there getting your donuts, and I'm gonna be in your car. I didn't know y'all was gonna act like that. That's weird. So I'm a victim of my own success. But it's all right. I mean, it's to be expected. We are talking about people, and everybody is different. And so I'm managing it. Just not doing a good job of it because I'm a man. I'm not built for chaos. Chaos got my butt whipped when I was a kid. Lying, misbehaving, not doing what I said I was going to do. Got my butt whooped when I was a kid. So I ain't never got along with chaos. Chaos always got me in trouble. Now I'm swimming in it. Swimming in it. And I'm swimming. I can't swim, like a Navy guy, but I can swim like an Army guy. I can swim like an Army guy. I can real swim like an Army guy. I'm swimming in it. Lord Cheney says, thank you. And I said, thank you guys too. I don't know what I would do without you. I don't know what I would do without you. This is an offensive strike for me. This is offensive. This ain't defensive. This is offense. Like I'm doing something. I'm actually making a difference in this video, and for you guys to be here helping me with it. I'm not just shooting a blank. People are hearing me. You're hearing a message. It may not be a good message, but all messages aren't good. And I'm here to be an example, and all examples are not good. And if I have to be a bad example, take it that. You ain't got to do what I do. You ain't got to be like me at all. You know what I mean? You could take my bad example and be like, that was a bad example. And there is stuff that, there is videos that I've made. I've made videos where I told you guys after I touched blood one time, I stuck my hand down in a tub of blood, and it sent such a shockwave through me that I made a video telling y'all never to do that ever in your life. Don't do that. I walked out into the sun one time and hurt my eyes a little bit, and I came and gave a video and told you guys that the sun to protect your eyes and wear sunglasses. I could be a bad example, but I'm gonna be an example. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm going. Hey, ain't no indifferent either. I guess I couldn't even say that word. I'm gonna be a bad. I'm gonna be. Am I gonna be a bad example? Oh Lord, let me not be a bad example. If I don't get this chaos managed, yeah, there is no other choice. That's what the chaos is for. Management into mismanagement, mismanagement into error, error into a misstep that can end up costing you and causing me to sin and actually causing me to transgress the law and then find myself outside of the tower trying to get back in. That's what the chaos is ultimately for. To get me off track, to get us off track. So I know all that. I ain't new to this. I grew to this. I promise you I grew to this. I ain't new to this at all. Ain't nothing new. Except the book of life, third testament. So I want to thank you guys too. Thank you guys too. Keep sending the prayers. Keep sending the good thoughts. Keep rising at dawn yourself so you can be the light. You have to rise and elevate your spirit at dawn so you can be the light. And then you can shine that light on me with good comments, with good prayers, good thoughts. So make sure you on point doing what you're supposed to be doing, staying in the game for yourself and for me and for others, because all it takes is for all of us to fall at the same time, and who gonna help us all get back up? Somebody got to stay up. So y'all stay elevated. Remember to rise at dawn. Right now it's about 6 o'clock. Wake up around here at least. It's about 6 o'clock. For you people out there in the West Coast, the East Coast, it might be closer to 7. You know when the sun come up, first light. Rise, say your prayers, morning prayers. If you got me and you're a little bit down, you may have to do some dancing. Dance to the dance. If I get you some music, just force yourself to dance. Imagine somebody standing behind you, holding your arms up and making you dance. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making this body dance during the pre-dawn light hours. I'm going to be literally making myself just so I can have a halfway decent day. And you do the same. And then since you won't have it so hard, you'll actually be able to elevate and get the morning star. That's how you get the morning star. And then when you do and getting those good spirits, remember me. Send me a shout out somehow. Find some video or send me a comment. Even if it's just a prayer or whatever. And my family. Don't forget my family and you YouTube people that are here. Y'all need prayer too. All right, one more comment. And we go, and that's from Hey Coach. Hope you ain't just showing up because we on the way out. Can't see the name right now. I ain't got no glasses. I'm trying to make it out. Look like some G's in there. Gospel Ninja. Gospel Ninja. I remember that. I can't see it, but I remember. Ain't it Gospel Ninja? I remember Gospel Ninja. Yep, there's a J somewhere. Yep. Okay. I can remember. It says, have you read the sealed portion? Have y'all read the sealed portion? No. The answer is no. I made it about 6 books in. I made it to about 6 of them. About 6. That's as far as I made it. I think there was a lot more. There may have been 30 portions or 30 segments or 30 chapters or 30 something. I did not make it halfway through. So the answer is no. And with that, I'm going to close this video out. If you got anything out of it, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. But leave me a comment either way. And shalom.